Hey everyone, this is Louis7, and I think I am live. I started the stream like, I don't know, probably about 5 minutes ago. I was a little bit late already, but I basically went through like the first few minutes of the stream and thought it was going, and yeah. But I don't think it was actually playing the whole time, even though it said I was on both YouTube and on OBS. And then I looked over and I saw on the actual watch page that it just said waiting for Louis7. But it does look like everything is working now, and that is very weird. Anyway, today we are beginning the Battle of Pelennor Fields, and one of the comments I started with was that I thought it was weird that it's called Battle of Pelennor Fields instead of Battle for Pelennor Fields. I don't know why, but I've always thought it was called Battle for Pelennor Fields, and that's something that just makes more sense to me. It's a little bit weird that it's the Battle of rather than for, but it still makes sense as Battle of. Anyway, to go to the battle, there's this handy dandy Field of Onslaught horse here that will just take me straight there. And Full Metal Obi-Wan, you said you wanted to thank me for helping with the performance issue, and I honestly do not remember what you're talking about. I do, if people talk about performance and different things, I do try to help, but I just don't remember specifically what you're referring to. But either way, I'm glad I was able to help. So it looks like Wrath and Ruin Chapter 1. Ooh, I thought we didn't actually do anything for the Battle of Pelennor Fields, but it looks like I did already complete the Black Serpent instance, Blood of the Black Serpent specifically, which is for Wrath and Ruin Chapter 1. But that is all I did. Okay, it was from a comment on the video, and there's also something interesting. One of these trolls here, this one. Oh, we have to get some orcs. They're in the way. I really want to go check that troll out that's just throwing everybody. It's very interesting. Also, this is very loud. I guess that's what happens when there's a giant battle going on. It's kind of loud. I actually missed. If he tossed somebody, I actually missed it. There he goes. He actually batted him way away. Okay, we're probably dying right now. But I just really wanted to see. I thought he was the one that tossed them. I want to see one of these trolls toss that Rohan guy. Not because I want to see a Rohan get tossed, but because it's just interesting, I guess. Anyway, I actually have no idea what I need to do here. It looks like for Wrath and Ruin Chapter 2 I need to defeat foes, and that's probably something that needs to be done anyway. There are a lot of foes here, so it makes sense that that is something that needs to be done. But I do want to say hello. I got all distracted because of the stream issues at the start, which it seems like I'm always having at this point, but did want to say hello to Chris and Luis Santos and Full Metal Obi-Wan again. And I think everything is actually working, it looks like, this time. And I need to actually see what I need to do for my quest, because I should have, it looks like I have a turn in, but I should have book quests. Let's just track nearby quests. That's a good start. I don't care about the Dead Marshes, even though I'm oddly close to it. Tracks of an Army, any of the quests that are actually here. Tracks of an Army doesn't. Wrath and Ruin. The book quest is to the east. Message the Riders. I think both of these quests are, yeah, they're for the Beacon Hills, not for here. So Chris, you hit level 100 on your Warden on an ore, so first, congrats on that. And secondly, you're working through Central Gondor. And wow, you had somebody, you were going to have them craft you a second age, it looks like. But then he made you actually 2 first stage weapons, which is definitely nice and something that will be helpful when you imbue them, definitely. And it is, I agree, a great show of the LOTRO community. And Ghost Charm, it is, after the rough start, which again, I feel like I'm saying way too much with these streams lately, going pretty well. I've been real busy this weekend. I'm going to be busy for, I guess, through Friday. Not through the end of Friday, but up until Friday. And then after that, things might calm down a little bit, but just a busy time of year for me. and that is why I haven't been able to do much LOTRO. I was not expecting to actually have any videos this week besides like the stream, and then probably something Friday, a stream Friday, I would guess. But then we got the big update 29.5.1, which I guess was released today. I haven't noticed much different with that. Oh, this place is laggy. Like, I mean low FPS. This is something I commented on with when we were doing the Pelennor instances. I might have to drop my settings down just for the battle. It's a little bit almost too choppy, I feel like, for me. I wonder if model detail, that actually helps a lot, just dumping the model detail down to high from ultra high. Seems to help a lot. If I don't face Minas Tirith, like if I face this way, I'm up in the upper 50s with FPS, but if I face Minas Tirith, okay, let's try that at high again, but face Minas Tirith. Okay, that didn't actually do much help. But yeah, another thing I can do is in the task manager, if you increase the CPU priority of LOTRO, that will help. And also Chrome likes to take up a lot of my CPU, and usually I have all the Chrome processes set to low priority for CPU usage. So that is something that at times can even give me like 5 to 10 FPS, and Discord oddly takes up a lot of CPU. That's already on low. Alright, that should be better. Unfortunately it takes a minute, but that should be maybe a little bit better. Not really too much better right now. Frills I already have very low. I wonder if just turning landscape draw distance. That didn't seem to help too much. I'm surprised I can still see so much of the landscape. Aha, this is where it seems to have a big impact. Yeah, I dropped the landscape there instead. Alright, it's mainly, I'm guessing it's going to be object draw distance. If I drop that down to medium, well, it still doesn't help too much. Okay, we might have to spend a little bit longer than I intended checking the graphics. I am up, it looks a little bit, I don't know if y'all can see, I have the FPS counter on the way bottom left, but I might be up 1 or 2 FPS dropping the object draw distance. Now Minas Tirith is gone. Everything looks weird though, but that is actually better with the FPS. I don't know how much better. Let's go back up to ultra high. Definitely goes down with ultra high. That is for sure. Material detail, change that to low. So Talagar, the update for you, yeah, if you play a creep, that's at least not totally useless. There was also an odd thing that I of course didn't do in the video, but Cordovan on the forums mentioned that this was just like one public patch note, implying that they had some other things actually coming, being updated with the game, but just weren't put in the patch notes. And that's something I've noticed sometimes, especially with the Warden class specifically. They'll have a lot of Warden updates and not put them in patch notes sometimes. Wow, I really hate dropping texture quality down, especially the anisotropic quality filter. See, I'm still low to mid 30s. Yeah, that doesn't really help at all. Texture is the main thing. I like to actually have really high settings. Just take off high quality lighting. See, a lot of these things give me a couple FPS. I'm trying to find a single option that can just totally improve my performance, which might be unrealistic. But this is basically how I get my settings in the game. I just test them one by one like this to find something that I like, and I'm not finding anything that I like right now. Performance requires extra system memory and video memory. Alright. That should have no impact, I would hope. Disable. Yeah, shadows is definitely something that usually helps a lot. When I turned off at least the landscape shadows, turned that to disabled, I already have a lot of shadows really low. It does seem to give me, it's one of those things that seems to give maybe a couple FPS. Honestly, don't even notice a difference, probably because I'm not looking at the landscape. Yeah, that just takes off those shadows. But that is something, when I had a little bit of a worse PC, definitely noticed that with like my old CPU. Also, for some reason, Task Manager never actually changed LOTRO to higher priority, which does not seem to have helped. I wonder, so if I actually look at my CPU and GPU usage, my GPU, which is an old GPU, is about 60% here, which is much higher than normal. And my CPU is at like 50%, which is also higher than normal, but still not fully utilizing everything. But I think we have spent long enough on these settings. Hopefully in the stream, the video, it doesn't look too bad, and it's probably something I'll just have to get used to here. I don't know if it's something, it's kind of odd if I want to improve performance or keep the visual quality. It's just something with LOTRO. I think in places like this I got so used to it for such a long time that I was fine with actually lower FPS like this. But a lot of the places I have played more recently have not been like this. This is just an extra crowded area, and it will probably be more annoying when we actually go to do the instances a lot more and like throw in the Dread Terror or do that raid. And I might have to look at it a little bit more then, but I don't want to spend the entirety of the stream testing out these different settings. Just to quickly review, landscape, I can turn frills down to low. I wonder atmospheric detail. Does that change the clouds? Actually, it doesn't even seem to change all that much. Distant imposters, I wonder if that would help. I do not know. I could do a combination, like turn model detail down to high. If I have texture still get an object draw distance, maybe those couple things will give a little bit of boost. Material detail, we can even go to low, I guess. That one really doesn't seem to change much though. Okay, done with the settings for now. And yes, Chris, my kin, I wouldn't say is recruiting. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea if we started recruiting though, but we are open to people joining, which I guess you could say is recruiting. What am I doing for these quests? Okay, defeating foes. That is an easy thing to do. That's the quest that oh, they're actually out of line of sight. They actually have these as like objects you can't run into. That actually, I wonder if that's something that could contribute to it being laggy with all the things here or not. Like if you could pass through them, if somehow that would make it less laggy. I don't see how. But I do wonder. Oh, even the Warden Raiders here, you can't actually run through them. Most enemies you can run through. This is really weird with like targetable enemies that you can't. A lot of the environmental enemies and groups and the such, you can't run through them sometimes, but it's really weird to have actual enemies that you cannot run through. That's different. But anyway, with my kin, I actually have had a couple people that watch my videos and streams join the kin from that. And it is, again, open. I wonder if the green lit up part is where I can travel, or if it is just like the base camp type area. It's dawn right now. I wonder if the battle, I honestly don't know how long the battle takes, if it's just like one day. It would seem a little bit weird, but indicating dawn here, maybe just progress one day and the battle is done. Okay, if you have a small fellowship, now it's time to challenge the Blood of the Black Serpent, which we already did from the World Join panel. There's actually a World Join panel. Is that like an actual thing? Or is that just the old name when they had the thing? Instance finder. Either way, we can go ahead and look at the rewards, which is the exciting thing, or should be the exciting thing. Looks like we can get some agility and morale, and I'd have to put a couple 105 essences. I assume this is 105 gear. The battle, as far as I know, is level 105 stuff, so it should hopefully have level 105 gear. As in, I can put level 105 essences in it. I don't have level 105 essences right now. It looks like this might actually give that. And Chris, you can apply through a website. I can post the website not in the kin chat, but in the chat, which has more information. To become a full member, I think you will have to join on the website and for full membership, I think you have to stay in the kin for a few days and then have your player note if you're a main or an alt. This is a solo quest. Death comes for all. Alright. Oh, the sun is shining again. Yeah, it's actually, the skies are clearing up even more, it seems like. I think that's supposed to be the sun, but it seems extra bright for the sun. This is honestly, I feel like it's the part of the Lord of the Rings that I should remember the most from the movies. I have not read the books, just so people know, but from the movies, I feel like this is a part that I should remember a lot more. Oh no, I have that guy targeted. Like, to me, it kind of ruins the scene a little bit. There we go. See, this is great screenshot opportunities because I like to put these things in thumbnails, and one thing you all might notice with this thumbnail is it has Gothmog, who I believe will make an appearance. I know he's at least the Dread Terror as far as the Throne of the Dread Terror, which is like the end of the battle as far as I know, or towards the end of the battle, before he goes off to Minas Morgul. And then we see him in that expansion. A little bit of a different look. He changes from this red to kind of light bluish, evil Minas Morgul looking blue. But Janos? Hanos? Janos? J's can be pronounced so many different ways. I do not know what that is. That Eowyn? Yes. How nice of her to say Eowyn I am. I think I had to turn my volume down since the vowel was so loud, but now I can actually listen to it. Janosh? 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 Ooh. Wow, now that's the headless, whatever it's called. I cannot think of what it is, like Fell Beast. It's a headless one right now. Can't believe I'm actually getting distracted by a cutscene like this. But you said you're a long time listener and watcher, which is a little bit scary because I always think iffy of my content from like a long time ago. But you said I am not on Arkenstone right now. I do play on Arkenstone sometimes, not too much recently, but right now I am on Anor. There's Theoden. I did not know that this happened so early, actually, into this battle here. But yeah, from like the movies, from when I watched them a long time ago, which by the way, I need to rewatch the movie sometime soon. Maybe after I complete like all the events in LOTRO is when I could go back and watch it. I've been meaning to do that for almost a year now that I've been meaning to go back and watch the movie, so maybe it's something I can do over the summer a little bit. But what was I going to say? Yeah, this is like the part of the movies and just I guess the Lord of the Rings story that I am actually the least familiar with, which it seems like the later parts and like this giant battle is something I should be more familiar with, how it all went down, but I am not. So that's actually one of the fun things about LOTRO to me, is experiencing all these story parts, even if the book quest to me can sometimes not be the most exciting. Just getting the general flow of the story and how things play out. So that is something I'll have to remind myself a lot, I guess, what's going on here. There are a lot of things to get distracted about. Okay, I need to pick up this banner. And I can not interact with the corpse, I could target it. Okay, so you've watched my videos for the last 3 or 4 years. Yeah, I know I started with commentaries, I think a little bit before that, but I know when I first started doing commentaries, they probably weren't all that great. And then I slowly, over time, improved them. I feel like box of 2 essences. Hopefully these are, yeah, they're level 105. I mean, they're not level 105, they're level 100. Free cutter. I think I kept the sword just because I actually noticed that it looked pretty neat and could go well on a champion, probably is what I'd like this sword on. Gleowin? Theoden? Deerwin? Unless it's Gleowine. I guess that could be Eowyn. All the names seem to end in an N. All I see there is armor. Oh, we were... I feel like I was supposed to charge with them. That's what everybody in the chat seemed to say when the battle actually first started. Like when you come into the battle, they all go charging and you're supposed to charge with them. This is when I actually have to think about the essences a little bit. This would be a good point, I guess, for me to look at them. I'm mainly curious about finesse, critical rating, and vitality, morale, and physical mastery at this point. There is physical mastery, okay. So right now I'm immediately thinking not critical rating, don't think finesse, did not do vitality because you cannot choose vitality? That's kind of odd. You can get morale. I guess they know that vitality is better than morale, so they want you to actually have a reason to pick morale. Either way, I will take physical mastery. Grip of Despair. Elfhelm near King's End. Is this all book quests? It's fine if this is all book quests. That'd actually be an interesting thing. But I guess I expected there to be a lot of things to do here, but maybe not. Wrath and Ruin Chapter 3. Yeah, this is... I already did that. Gloom of Nirn, I think. No, yeah, I did. Already did this instance, but not while I had this quest. Could perhaps see... Well, there's only one person on him I guess I will not see if there are enough level 105s that want to run that on. So what do we need to do? Defeat foes, that's always a good thing. Scout the battlefield to the northeast of King's End. This is King's End, by the way, it looks like. And Yanosh, just with my videos, I know they were not as good. At least I don't think they were as good as they are now. And I know some of my setup equipment, that type of stuff, was also not as good, but I'm glad for you that they were always informative and helpful. Heading southwest. Yeah, I can definitely feel that low FPS right now. It makes me feel like I'm moving slow, which I probably had to debuff that actually was making me move slow, because now I'm moving normal fast. Minas Tirith and all of these things going on both at once really just creates a laggy environment though. Well, I actually might complete the objectives before I kill enough enemies. That is very unusual. Also could run Silent Street at level 50, I guess. I don't know if it's possible for me to solo that. If you all want, so we can get the story content in order and just get Wrath and Ruin done and just have everything progress smoothly, I could definitely go ahead and try that. I think level 75 is the minimum. That would be pretty tough, I'm guessing, to solo, but it's something I could try. Wow, this is like if you're in the middle of a bunch of orc camps and there are a bunch of tents in the way of enemies, but right now it's just all these enemies and Rohan, all these people are blocking my line of sight to all these enemies that I want to fight. I'm just looking at the mini-map and looking at the red dots there to see where there might be enemies. Okay, that guy's eventually going to die, but I still need 3 more actually. Looks like I can take that to the field of Onslaught, which I'm guessing is back there, and I'll get a horse that can take me here for travel. Alright, targeted something. Mordor Raider rather. I don't know as an orc if you'd prefer to be a Morgul Raider or a Mordor Raider. Alright, looking for an enemy. See, there are only 2 more instances. I don't think it would be much of a detour if I tried to do Wrath and Ruin. I'd use the Silent Street at level 75. I doubt I would get much reward. Silent Street. Don't think I could solo that at on level. That would be impossible-ish. Should be impossible, like completely impossible, but I have not tried it, so I can't say for 100% certainty that it's not soloable. But at level 75, this is oddly, I actually find it very odd. This is when they want you to do the Silent Street, which is in the thick of the battle. They're hoping I assist any way I can, so while this battle is going on out here, I just go to the top of Minas Tirith, which probably takes like hours of actual travel. In real time. Not in real time, but in game time. It takes like hours of travel, it would seem like, to get all this way up in Minas Tirith. They want me to do this in the middle of the battle before they move on. I don't know exactly why. Maybe to defeat the Gloom of Nirn. But yeah, we will see how this goes. I know level 75 is a bit below me, but I am actually worried that this will not be soloable, especially when it comes to the boss fights, and particularly the last boss. That one can be put up quite the fight. But it will be fun to see, I believe. Plus, I'm always curious how these instances, this is probably something a lot of people know, but how these instances work with loot. I have basically only run these 3 instances at level 105, so I don't know how the loot works, say running at level 75, if you can get any loot at all, or if you just get no rewards, and maybe like heritage, relics, that type of not too useful stuff, or what. Could need to go tank spec, but we'll stay at this for now. Looks like I have all my good virtues that I got freshly leveled in the last stream. Not freshly leveled, but more so completely leveled. Got all those up. I wonder if it's good. Go ahead and click loyalty. Go ahead and rank that up. That's the main one I want to work on. So these 5 virtues I have equipped, the kind of backup ones I would have are Vitality and Honor rather. I'll have to actually start combat with him. He has 442,000 morale. That's a lot. That's like, so the Mumakil outside Osgiliath and the such have about this much morale. Just to give some like reference point for actual level 100-ish content. Oh, and I cannot travel back there, and I think I was just running into the little tomb thing. Coffin, rather. Alright, just use a potion. I did not have Never Surrender up. That's something I just always forget to actually put it up. But it's something that is useful to have up. And get the cooldown going even if you don't immediately need the heal from it. I also have no idea if I should be trying to focus on a target. I'm not really playing all that well right now. I know you can even run back here. I don't know why I haven't been doing that either, but the fight is almost done. So first boss, fairly successful so far. Just a couple annoying mobs to deal with that like to knock me back and do a bunch of stuff. Okay, so that makes sense, Andrew. You said the story section with Mithrandir at the end, and for people that don't know, it's also known as Gandalf, but that at the end of this instance is what is happening at the same time of the battle. So if this happens like at the same time as, say, actually the events that were going on, then that definitely makes sense, I think. I thought I did confront and defeat the Wither Tree. That is a lot of dread. It's not like 10, 8? Not quite 10 dread.
But no longer. None can defy his claim, not even the dead.
Got 3 marks and 1 medallion. I think I relooted the chest, so far no loot, which is my suspicions that there will be no loot from all this. So now we need to defeat the Risen Kings and Stewards and the such. And these lights are probably going to be annoying because I'm not going to really ignore them. I also wonder if I should be pulling everything or not. I'm actually curious how easy it is for me to get myself killed in here by pulling everything. Which is probably something that's not best to be curious about. Especially when I'm slowed this much and will probably be feared in a moment. For what it's worth, I guess I got out of combat, at least nothing was attacking me right there. I wonder what this corruption does as well. Cannot be controlled. Cannot be forced into attacking another target, so can't be forced taunt, I guess would be the way that works. Anyway, they overall are not much threat because they eventually just die to my stuff. And I don't think I need to go up here. Maybe, yeah, it looks like sometimes they can actually spawn up here. I thought I was not crazy when I led my Ken down this alley and there was not a Risen King or a Risen Steward. Oh. I actually did get myself killed. He just did a morale damage. Okay, morale damage, usually when it says that, that usually means it does a amount of damage based on your morale. So for somebody like a level 100 who has a lot of morale compared to a level 75, it will do the same proportion of their morale. And those might be crypts. That might be the better name rather than what I called them tombs at first, which I don't think is right. And then I called them coffins maybe, which I don't think is right either. And maybe crypts is the best word to call these things. Whatever this is, that does damage. It's not what's killing me. I might even give myself a hope token. I have tons of hope tokens from the steel tokens from the anniversary event. I have tons of hope tokens from that. So definitely don't mind using one if it's going to help me right here. And I think I went over here, and here's the dead guy that killed me last time with morale damage, or at least somebody did. I don't know if it was that guy specifically, but Somebody did kill me, and I have a strong dot on me right now or something. Yeah, 300% morale damage over 90 seconds. Bite of the Morgul Blade. That is a bite that does not feel good. Just gotta hope I can out-heal it. And I think that debuff is going to stay on me and keep on damaging me. So there's a chapter in the crypts while the battle is going on. That is probably what I am at right now in Minas Tirith. And yeah, that dot just ended up killing me. Misadventure. Oh no, did I forget to use my subscribers jug? That is not good. I still have it in my inventory, at least it didn't get destroyed. It only lasts 6 hours for some reason, so I forgot to do that. So, Jigsaw, you were looking for the anniversary vendor and could not find it. Well, it is in Bree. That is the place to start, and the anniversary spot of Bree, just outside, there's a little camp. Actually, I forget exactly where on the map, but somewhere here-ish. Yeah, actually, these three ones. The anniversary horse trader, there's a game master, it looks like, and keeper of gifts around this area. Right out here. Alright, we need one more Risen King, I think. I don't think there are two more, but maybe there are. Actually, there it is. Ballister. Which is probably, if he has morale damage, it's probably not a good idea for me to do this once again. Also, when I'm taking that much damage, or have that many enemies hitting me, I probably shouldn't pull him anyway. But that is what I do, because that is the type of player I am. If there are enemies, I have to pull them. Even when I'm getting stunned and beaten up and... yeah. Reflected. Only reflected 93 damage, that's probably what not killing me. And again, I got some 2,000 reflects there. Getting a lot of heals, I guess my morale taps are still healing me somehow. Hitting something with them. Oh yeah, they're still in combat with me. That's actually nice, so I can just relatively easily defeat them. Oh, these stuns. That is, yeah, the stuns are what's hurting me right now, at least. Okay, I'm still in combat. I don't know with what. Oh, there's a disturbed captain right here. As long as I don't get stunned. I don't think he is hitting me right now. That was weird. Yeah, so as far as the rewards, there are, yeah, no elk or deer. And hello, Jeremy, you said you're new to the stream and you've been enjoying my videos. Glad you've been enjoying the videos. I hope you can enjoy the stream as well, where I actually play LOTRO. Alright, Disturbed Warrior, let's get this guy. As long as this guy doesn't have morale damage, should be fairly safe. I almost feel like I should be building up my heals just in case, but right now I don't have anything that indicates that he can do all that damage to me. Let's see, that is Terranon Ballister. A lot less deadly than Boromir. Okay, I think those were the two that we needed, not three. Just from way back in the day, I didn't remember if there were 2 or 3 we needed to defeat, and it is just the 2. It really is interesting running this solo because this is scary. But because I can almost actually see the mechanics a little bit better running this solo. Yeah, I messed up with my keybinds there. And yeah, that video, I don't know. I felt like there was the perfect opportunity for a video like that yesterday when I saw the patch notes, because that was like my actual reaction. I don't think there's even a way you can pull these guys one by one, like if I wanted to. I'll just have to run them back and let my dots do their work. Alright, let's see how things go. There's one Gloom Spirit left. Just one Gloom Spirit left. Wow, that actually worked out. Oh no, there were 2 left. 2 left and they're still deadly. Yikes. I thought I was near full morale, then I looked up at my morale and it's like super low. I wonder what they're doing that does so much damage. Health increased, that type of stuff. Minus 30% morale, that's actually pretty significant. I remember why this was so tough back in the day, and hello Dunarkarn, rather. Yeah, if I remember at least the times I tried to do this, even tier 1, it was relatively difficult. The first boss was something that I think was also relatively easy in a way, and then the rest of the instances where the difficulty really ramped up. The first boss I remember being essentially farmed just for loot on tier 1, on tier 2, and that is something I did back then. But then the rest of the instance, a lot of people seem to not want to run the rest of the instance because it took a while and was, again, relatively tough, so just farm the first boss and get your rewards, I guess is the way it worked from what I remember. Alright, so hello Masu, you said you find my streams very relaxing. You watch them for hours at night until you fall asleep. Well, glad you do. And once again, I got your name pronunciation right. That is good, Dunarkarn. I almost said Dunarkane. It's almost easy for me to do Kane instead of Karn at the end. I don't know why, but it is. I wonder Arcane, if I'm thinking like that. Alright, I actually want max damage. Like, max damage, so I'm going to equip my DPS cloak and I have my DPS shoulders equipped. I'm even going to use my consumables. This guy is a little bit scary. He shouldn't be scary. I'm actually running low on potions. I'm going to have to get somebody on my kin to craft me more or something. Okay, what am I doing? I'm looking for something. I'm just staring at my inventory. Oh yeah, I wanted to use my fire oil even. There we go, fully buffed up. Just kidding. Now we're fully buffed up and ready to fight the Gloom of Nirn. My voice has a Bob Ross quality. That is weird. I don't think my voice is that great, but that's probably how everybody thinks about their own voice. It's weird, I talk about it a few times now, but my voice seems to have used to have had an accent to me. Like whenever I come across an older video of mine, I just feel like there's this strong accent and I cannot even say what it is. That I feel like whenever I listen to myself more recently. Light oil might be better, but I only have fire oil, so I have to go with the single option that I have. Oh no, yeah, that's okay. But just having lag right here, this is the current problem that I am lagging. Wow, I should not be using the boot right now, and should not be using precise blow. Both of those. Okay, I think I need to go ranged against this guy. We're ignoring the ads. I'm intentionally ignoring him. I don't remember exactly why, but like I don't know if it would be a bad thing to kill that ad. But what I do know is right now I'm ignoring him. I'm probably going to get some of these lights, which means I'm probably going to get feared. And I'm stepping into the bad puddle again. Now I'm lagging. Like that Gambit builder took forever to go off. Okay, let's slow things. Oh, corruption removal. Yeah, that is the big thing. I should have had that ready. I think Never Surrender already triggered. I just need him to Die before I die, and I got myself backed into a corner. Wow. I feel like I should not have won that fight. Oh, I died anyway. That's maybe fair and balanced that I died. But at least got him killed. Okay, let events transpire. But Masu, you said you came from WoW and have been playing a captain because it feels like a WoW paladin. You're enjoying it a lot. I'm glad you're enjoying it a lot. And there's nothing that directly translates from paladin to captain, or maybe even the other way around, something from captain to a class in WoW. But they seem to be the closest match. They both use a lot of light. Light is a little bit different in LOTRO. And WoW, it's basically holy, I feel like, is what light would be converted to. So that's something they both use a lot of. And I think, oh, I have to actually stay here for Wrath and Ruins. Okay, so the instance is done, but the Wrath and Ruin wants me to stay here and let the events transpire. So this is something we also have already done. That would be pretty fun if there was some class that wielded spears and torches as an offhand. If only the Warden, instead of a shield, you could equip a torch in your offhand and go extra DPS. So this is a scene from the books, okay, with the crypts here. Yep, Gandalf, he likes to AFK and let you do your stuff and not really help. This might be the only situation, but I did not actually know that Faramir was Denethor's son. I don't even know who Denethor is, actually. That is a name I feel like I have seen or heard before, but do not recognize. I think I've commented on this part before that the story would be a lot easier to pay attention to if it was actually voice acted. Like, some of the stuff on the battle appears to be, but this is not. It's hard for me to follow and keep my attention on it rather than other stuff. Wow, Luis, you read the books rather. I don't know why I keep mixing up my words today. It seems like probably because I haven't done much talking in general. But you said you've read the books like 15 times, which is a lot. I've, again, not read the books, and it's been a long while since I've even watched the movies. I get all my Lord of the Rings story, all my Lord of the Rings lore from LOTRO, and I think it's the opposite for not necessarily everybody, but for a good chunk of people that with LOTRO, that has made me interested in the Lord of the Rings lore, rather than the other way around, me already being interested in the Lord of the Rings, making me interested in LOTRO. Red dwarf candles. I guess I can save those and use them eventually. Ooh, this will save up a lot of inventory space. So I wonder if it was worth it equipping the DPS cloak or not. If I would have had an easier time with that fight if I actually had my defensive cloak on, because it really was a DPS race, but also staying alive before they kill me was a factor in that. That is ready to reforge. Should probably do that, but not now. Speak with Gandalf. Will not let me speak to him, and I do not actually see a Gandalf here. I see a Mithrandir, a Peregrine Took, a Baragond, and 2 Citadel guards. I already got a screenshot of this. It's unfortunately, if I were to put something like this in a thumbnail, it's not the best. I don't know how to put this, but it's not the best type of screenshot for a thumbnail because it takes too much of the screen. Usually for a thumbnail, it has to take a smaller portion. Usually, I might be able to fit that in at some point though. Like if we'll probably do these Pelennor instances a few times with my kin, I'm guessing, so I can just have different thumbnails each time of some of the various instances, and that would be something that might fit. Do I have new? Oh yeah, I do have the, I like the Blaze of Hope frame, but it looks like there's a 10-year frame Mordor that I like. That's one that could actually rival the Blaze of Hope frame for ones I like. But it's just those two, Blaze of Hope and 10-year frame Mordor are by far, it seems like, my two favorite frames. Of course, we just got the 10-year Mordor, or at least I just got it. I think it's a new thing. Alright, learned what transpired at King's End. Thought we already did that, but maybe not. Done. Yep. Alright. So 10-year Mordor is not new. Yeah, I would not have expected it to be new, but it is new for me. In DD deck, you're wondering if Warden is still OP, and it depends what you mean by OP. Some people might think so. Other people might like to not admit it. I think there are things that balance out Warden, while on the landscape, I'd just totally tear through things where it probably seems like I'm OP. There are some things that balance it out. They're really poorly affected by lag compared to other classes. And a lot of their damage is over time based, so compared to doing damage instantly, it just takes a lot of time to build up, which can actually be a downside. Also, as far as like endgame rating as a DPS, there's a lot of RNG that can make it inconsistent. Sometimes you can really help fights along and do way more DPS than you're supposed to if you have all the RNG go in your favor, but of course if you don't, and you have bad luck, you can do okay-ish damage, like moderate damage, or you can actually build your Warden for less RNG, which would negate that to an extent, but less potential damage. And as far as like their tanking is not that great right now, a lot of the self heals. I don't know when you're referring to like still OP, but from a long while ago, their self heals are a lot weaker than they used to be, and their general tanking ability is a lot worse than it used to be. Oh, playing Warden on EU, that actually sounds like it would be rough. I already noticed if things go off a little bit slow, I often just miss a gambit or use a totally wrong gambit, which is definitely annoying. And compared to another class, like if you're playing a hunter or something, your skill will go off, it'll just be slightly delayed, versus a Warden, you have the totally wrong skill go off, and you have a delay on top of that, and sometimes a potentially extra long delay. So that's why lag, I believe, is worse on the Warden compared to another class, because your skills don't go off, and you sometimes use a wrong skill, versus like another class you might just have a little bit of delay with your skill. Oh, and Australia as well, Andrew. 280 millisecond latency, that sounds even worse. I don't know, I wonder if it's something I could actually get used to with the Warden. Stand back, okay. Why do we have to stand back as they clear a path? These were two guys that were chicken a Mumak earlier. They were scared and wanted to run away from a Mumak, if I remember correctly. There were actually two Mumakil, okay. That is what happened. In South Athelion, when we met these two guys, there were two Mumakil. They wanted to hunt a Mumakil and kill it until they saw it. And they just wanted to totally run away, so I have to wait for them to clear a path? That does not make sense. Squayrunk. I remember that. I don't remember what it actually is, but I think it's a waste resource instance. Which, if I were doing an efficient path for 100 to 105, as I might do on my Runekeeper, I don't know if I would do all these book quests for a most efficient path. I don't know where you can pick up the book after the battle, but there are points after the battle where if you can start the book quest in the middle like that, it would. What? I forget what I'm even trying to say. Oh yeah, it would be more efficient, basically. And I would probably already have, like, be working on that higher level stuff later, pre-Mordor stuff. Like going to the waste north of Ilion. Eventually we will have a flower picking stream. That'll hopefully, for me, help make it a little bit more fun. Are these the two of the ones in the Throne of the Dread Chair? Their names seem a little bit familiar. Also, there's a third one. There are 3 of these Mumakil in Throne of the Dread Chair. They actually count. They count for Wrath and Ruin, and they count for Beastslayer of Far and Orien. They count for Far and Orien? That is weird. That is kind of funny, though. And yes, Lost Tales Studios. I can see why you would be so lost coming back after stopping at the Mordor level 115 cap. There are a lot of things that have changed with LOTRO. Okay, flee to safety in the Orc encampment. Safety in the Orc encampment. That seems a little bit odd, but that is what I shall do. Is a Mordor captain? Trying to think of all the things that have changed. There are some new systems since level 115. I think the Ashes and Embers of Enchantment were in during Mordor, but that has even changed. The Virtue revamp is something new from them. Imbued allies have gotten even more crazy, and there have been some changes to these scrolls of empowerment that you can get at different areas. A lot of new content in general as well. Skies still look like they're overall getting clearer. This actually looks familiar from the Throne of the Dread Chair. If I am remembering correctly, the 3 Mumakil maybe not in here. I was thinking right in this area, but maybe not. Maybe they're still where they actually are. I have no idea where this Hilltalk is, by the way. Hillock, rather. Who am I with Ingbart? You spot. I have no idea who I spot and where. We must travel another way? Did we go through here? I can get on my war steed. That is the good news. Turn floaty names on. That's the problem. I get distracted by stuff and then these NPCs run off and I don't actually follow them. Not sure if they went through here. I don't think they would have, but maybe they did. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to run up there. Okay. At least we can travel quickly with the war steed. I assume we're supposed to keep going south. Especially Swan Knights makes me think of Dol Amroth, which would be coming up from that way, I suppose. The Woe of Khand. That is one of the bosses in the Throne of the Dread Chair as well, if I remember correctly, once again. Aha! Here they are. See, it helps if you pay attention, because then you can actually see these people run this way. Oh, a lot of blag right here. FPS lag, not really latency lag right now. Oh, it did. That's where Warden can become a little bit less OP feeling if you don't pay attention to your health and just die. Oh no, I have to go back in. Hopefully I don't have to redo everything. I know I was going extra slow with that instance, it seemed like. Okay, it looks like I'm still on the step to aid them, so that is good. And I know the way back since I already did this. It's like I am getting Doomfold loot already. Which with Mordor not even on the server, that I guess is an exciting thing. I know it's something that's always been that way with these servers because they didn't change the loot for the server. But yeah, you could always get like the next tier recipe before the level cap increased to that point. So we can get Doomfold, Mordor tier stuff. Alright, here's a Haradrim Deathseer. Wow, my FPS is below 20 right here even. It's very low right now for some reason. Like, I've gotten used to it, I feel like being 30 and a little bit choppy, 30 to 40, but down to 20 at this point. I might be changing my graphics to very low if that keeps up. Like, I like to have the good graphics, and with a game like this, usually I prefer, to an extent, visual quality over actual performance. And I don't even know, just a random note, how much actually turning my graphics down, like if I turned it down to very low, how much that would even help. I don't even have anti-aliasing up. That would probably, if we go up to 8 times, that should probably hurt. Oddly enough, things feel smoother after I turn that up, which should not be the case. Usually I have that at 2 times, by the way. I don't know how it got disabled, which I guess if I turn things to very low, it's not a big help. Defeat Oraling. There's a terrible Wraith. In Lonelands, you're getting some FPS issues, Titan Crit. And LOTRO, unfortunately, it's just a game that there can be some performance issues like that. I was wondering what was going on, but it's Prince Imrahil here is doing some talking with this Wraith who I'm getting screenshots of. But yet something, if I actually do turn my settings down to very low, I am curious how much of a performance upgrade it will even be. Like, you would probably expect it going from medium to high for it to be a big upgrade, but I am still on very low. Even turning anti-aliasing to disabled, I'm still getting somewhat low FPS here. And that's just the way it is with the game, unfortunately. And it's still, this whole time, hasn't been fully utilizing my CPU or GPU or anything like that. It's actually been, my GPU has actually been up to like 80-90%, it looks like. So yeah, this is actually why I don't change in an area like this to very low, because the performance upgrades, when staring at a place like that, aren't that big even, and the visual quality drop is very drastic, or I don't believe it to be worth this huge reduction in quality for performance that doesn't even move it to like a smooth 60 FPS, which is what my refresh rate is on my monitor and what I stream at and all that. Alright, got that done, defeated him. He had a steel token on him. Very nice when these wraiths decide to have steel tokens. Carry them somewhere in their robes. Oh, it's raining. Alright, so here it feels pretty smooth, but it's like 40 to 50. Sometimes it looks like it goes up to about 60 FPS. There's Minas Tirith is supposed to be there, I think. But it's currently not. This game looks so different on very low. Wow. This takes me back to like when I first started LOTRO and had to run it on basically these settings. But what I usually like to do is go medium and then usually turn things up. So anti-aliasing, I don't know how much that actually affects things. I'll put it on 2 times for now because that is what I usually have it on, but that's actually something I'm not entirely sure how much it affects things. Landscape draw distance, yeah, we can do that at very high. Maybe object will do high. Frill distance, I like. How about we'll do low, and I like the density low. I actually don't even like density if I can have it. We'll keep that at low. Textures, this is the most important thing to me. Very high on the textures and full on the anisotropic. Yeah, the trolls eating the Gondorians, that is something I was trying to get a video of that earlier, but I think I actually got too close. It is one of my favorite things actually about the battle so far. Oh, I can't go down there. Oh no. Let's try to get this guy, see if he throws somebody. Okay, he's just smashing them right now. Oh, he picked one up? He did throw it. Okay, I gotta get a better angle at that one. Yeah, very low to give myself the launch experience. That's like in classic WoW, people playing on extra low settings or very old computers. Very old monitors, maybe, the best way to put it. I think he just tossed it. He just batted that one away. No, he's just banging at nothing. Somebody's getting tossed over there. Okay, let's see what happens to this guy. Oh, he just got batted away. I want to see him pick one up and throw it. I thought he threw one behind him earlier. Yeah, he's just throwing them off. This is the type of stuff I enjoy just watching happen. Okay, if I actually have a good angle, if I can stay here, have a good angle, we can have Minas Tirith in the background. Okay. This might take a while, but I really want to get a video of this. There we go. And my face cam is blocking it. Okay, I have to turn the face cam off for a moment. Hello to Alonda. We have to do one more. And yeah. I just gotta watch him throw one more person. Preferably not in that direction. He threw somebody else in a different direction. Maybe I'm getting too picky at this point. But he threw one off over towards the Minas Tirith area rather than that much in front of him. A little bit more behind him. Oh, he just like threw 2 at once. But the Night Elf area, maybe this is as good as I'm gonna get, but I'll catch up with the chat and hope for some more opportunities here. So the soundtrack for Classic WoW, like the Night Elf area, was a banger, you said, Jigsaw. I don't remember too much the soundtrack for it. There we go. He threw somebody in the back now. And batted one away. That's perfect. I forget where, is this the regular webcam? That is. Alright. I appreciate the troll for cooperating with so many takes. 42 takes it sounds like. Not too bad. Now what am I doing here? I honestly don't know, I got too distracted. I have some quests to turn in and continue and do stuff with. The performance is not that bad right now in this area. It's like very choppy, but 30 to 40-ish. And hello to Olanada. I said hello in my head, but I don't think I actually said it out loud. I really do just like seeing random Gondorians being thrown around. They're just like keep on going flying in all these different directions. Alright, where are we headed? Northeast? Northeast a little bit more? Still a little bit more. Aha! I was wondering why there wasn't a ring or anything. Scout several approaches. So there's one up here. And then down south. Go, I saw that one from the start. Did we scout any more approaches? Okay, one to the east now. I feel like I'm not doing much scouting, I'm just running around looking at trolls throwing things. Aha, so this is Rohan maybe down there? Looks like a bunch of half trolls as well. Okay, we did that scouting. Also Bregdal, I have no idea where he is. I wonder if he's in the next part. He's back up in the north a little bit for Wrath and Ruin Chapter 4. He's found at King's End. We already did King's End. I feel like I'm missing something with Wrath and Ruin. I probably, for Wrath and Ruin, need to kill like 5 enemies here. Or 10 enemies or something. So, let's see where this guy takes us. Field of Onslaught. Alright, we're going to break immersion for a little bit and go back to the Field of Onslaught. And hope there's somebody who can take us to King's End from here. Because I feel like I'm missing something. So I want to be sure that I do not understand. Yeah, so he's at the next area. So that is Rider Stand, maybe? No, this is, yeah, this is Rider Stand, okay. So Song of the Loon? I unfortunately am not familiar at all with the soundtrack for classic WoW. Okay. This one I want Leggings of Wrath rather. I thought it said Wraith. I thought it was Leggings of the Wraith, which probably doesn't make much sense even. Okay, let's see what Yrmir has seen. Oh, Black Sails. Would Black Sails be the Herod or Corsairs? Or both? No, Haradrim are different than regular Easterling Corsairs, so I'm guessing Haradrim. Alright, Bregdal, here he is. You just gotta be careful, there's a troll right here ready to throw people. And then we need to do... Oh, the book quest is a defeat foes, but we need to go to the Quays of Harland or something? Maybe? I think that's the one that's right now. Not level 104. I'm actually curious. The 3-man I might be able to do at 105. Maybe. I'm not sure with this one, but it's possible. I don't know if it is worth it though. Right now, I'm just not sure. Umbar, maybe that is. Okay, Umbar, that is actually what I was thinking. So that is a port. Umbar is way down here, I believe, somewhere around here. Maybe where this river is, but it's on the map behind me. Not where y'all can see, and it's actually below the river. It's like way down here on the map. So the Haradrim live in Umbar, it sounds like, and Harad is separate. They won the Muma kill, okay. Okay, I did not actually change anything. Alright, these guys must survive and we must make our way through with them, so let's just run and go through. Box of essences. Yeah, it's giving me level 100 essences, which I do not like and are not that good. Seems like the level 105 essences might be good, but even the statted gear is probably having a huge jump, so I can't actually tell. And they drained my power. actually doing damage to me, more than I expected. I feel like I should not be taking this much damage from a level 75 instance. And I'm disarmed, got all my power removed, so I can't remove my debuffs. Trying to cast a gambit so I can use my gambit restoring gambit. Not my gambit restoring gambit. Well, that sounds fun. I mean, my power restoring gambit. Oh, and this counts as foes actually for the book quest. That's nice. Alright, as long as they don't remove my power, delete my power, drain my power. That is, I think, the better terminology there. I should be good, but right after I finished actually saying that, that is what they decided to do. I'm going to maybe get stunned, maybe not. Oh, something just gave me a huge power restore. Oh, never surrender triggered, okay. So how are these mobs level 75? It's because you can scale these instances from 75 plus. So you can drop it down to 75. I'm just doing it at 75 right now so we can get through it quickly. I would actually try 105, soloing the 105 version, but
lead a charge to Pelennor, making way for the breach in the rocks.
I mainly want to just get through it at this point so we can continue with the regular battle, since I've done these instances and I'll do them plenty of times. And I think you'd have to run tier 2 to get the more exciting loot, which I really doubt I could do that one solo, and 105 doing it solo would probably be quite the challenge to begin with. We did the Blood of the Black Serpent solo at level 101 or something, did level 105 version. Oh, we have to go the other way, that's right. Can't have all those people helping me. That would be crazy. More like me helping them? That actually sounds worse somehow. Yeah, them helping me. Alright, we're going to try to block the power drain. I was going to get my gambit built up. Is that thunder? It's unlikely to be thunder, but could be storming here. It might just be noises, noisy things outside. Yeah, probably not thunder. Could be windy. I haven't really heard much wind yet, but it was really windy before I started this stream. And maybe that's what I'm hearing, but just can't hear it that well right now. Okay, what are we doing? Going this way, I believe. Alright. I think it's these sorcerers that are probably doing the power drain, but I have my power restore saved up in battle memory. So I have it memorized so I can just use it again. And this is a long time ago. Somebody said they had to leave the stream and had to go, and I'm just now remembering, like many minutes later, about that. I don't think I needed to use my power restore. Oh well. I think I went the wrong way as well. I think I was supposed to go over here. Should meet some people or something. Oh yeah, Fell Beast. I have to kill these trolls. There's the Rockothos looking troll. There's the plain old Trollshaws looking trolls with a little bit of armor and a little bit more refined looking than the Trollshaws ones actually. But these are the more basic trolls. Got a really screechy voice these wraiths do.
I will make you pay for riding the ships of Umber. Garmok, make sure not one of these defiants leave the port. I am needed in battle.
I was going to put my power restore up, but there is probably no point with these guys doing something like that. did not mean to use resolution, but that is okay. That's the advantage of playing Yellow Line. All the gambits can actually be a little bit useful, even if you don't mean to use them, because you can get the barbed javelins bleeds versus doing melee in the red line. Some gambits can be basically do nothing. One of the worst gambits, I think, is actually Combination Strike. It just does 2 attacks for tiny damage. That might be the most useless gambit
Exemplary work.
that Wardens have. I'd have to look through a list of the gambits again and remember what they actually do, because there are a few that aren't all that frequently used, but usually they have some use. They have something going for them, and that one I think has nothing going for it. Wall of Steel, even that gives you parry and interrupts. Desolation Line is very strong and good. But yeah, I think that is even Goad, something like Goad. That does has a chance for stun, or on critical and devastate, it has a stun then a couple second days along with it. I believe at level 80 Dunarkarn, you get the range resounding challenge, which you'd have to switch to the range stance, but even on redline that can be a useful gambit. I don't remember which way I have to actually go for Gimli and the such. Looks like they are going south, okay. You can actually see them on the map, that's actually very helpful. I can know where they are, because I like to go off in all these directions I'm not supposed to during this battle. Skies look even clearer right now. It's a little bit cloudy, but we're getting closer to blue skies and an Orient area. I think Gimli and the other dudes back there, Halbrod. Alright, I should go back and check on these NPCs. Wow, Gimli's actually... This is actually concerned that they could die. Super squishy. Like, I feel like you would think that Gimli is actually somebody strong. Oh, Critical Strike is... Yeah, that's worse than Combination Strike in my opinion. Like, even Combination Strike, it just does 2 attacks. But Critical Strike is a worse offender of being something totally useless. And it's more annoying, Critical Strike is more annoying to me just because you need to do it for something. I don't, yeah, dude, I got distracted. Somebody needs water, Jigsaw, you said, and I don't even remember who you said needs water. I don't know if you mean me, but that made me thirsty. And it brought out some throat itchiness. It was an NPC, okay. Oh, the screechy one, okay, I remember now, yeah. Because I think, no, this is not the Gloom Return that we're doing here. We're doing something. Forsaken Reaver, who is a Wraith, I believe, and they have that shrieky voice. And it did sound like he needed water, actually. Actually, I wonder how doing this instance at level 75 would be. Especially trying tier 2. I wonder if it would be harder or not. Because it seems like the Osgiliath instances were pretty hard if you tried to do them at like level 50. For example. Defeat Orcs still. Okay, Legolas went to fight off. So they want me, yeah, to go to Legolas. Yes, I would definitely go fight some Mumakil with Legolas. In fact, I see a nice Mumak right there. So we have Legolas, Eladon, and Elro here. I wonder, is that Gimli and Halbrand over there? Okay. I was just making sure on the mini-map that actually it wasn't like Legolas, Eladon, and Elro here. There's a sorcerer who is probably, if I pulled him, going to drain all my power. Looks like that is all active. Good news is this is level 75. I feel like some of the stuff I have done to this point would be soloable. This is probably something I probably want to start the encounter like this, but this is probably a soloable part. I think the troll is the boss that's like 4 trolls or something. I think that would be one of the harder things. Active gambit. Waiting for the builder, that took forever. Sometimes the gambit builders just randomly take forever to go off. It's like it forgets that they're supposed to be immediate skills, even though they don't say that. They always act immediate, have no animation, have a very short trigger period. I don't even think they have a trigger period, it just like happens, you cue it, and it is immediate in that sense. Dunarkaran, thank you for joining the stream. I'm glad you did enjoy it. I plan to, just as an outlook, it looks like I've been going an hour and a half since we got things working. Is that right? An hour and a half? Something seems off about the hour and a half. There is an action bar lock button, Jigsaw. If you go to the... Now, I don't know if there's a button. That's probably not the best thing to put, but you can lock your quick slot bars where you cannot drag stuff. I usually don't like that on, so I always have it unchecked. So, but yeah, I'm not sure if there is a button for that though, but there is an option at least. Okay, defeat the Forsaken Reaver. I believe he's in the middle. We went south, then we went north, and now we get to go in between. There appears to be some green wall there. There we go, we just had to kill some Haradrim. Here's the Forsaken Reaver, the guy that needs some water.
My brethren may have fled the battle, but I remain.
Those are supposed to be nails. I'm guessing it's just the armor, but it's a little bit odd with the nails.
Pay for what you have done to the causes of
I really wonder with a brawler, if you attack something like a Wraith or even an armor type thing in Dol Guldur, what it would be like punching nothing. Is it like the same thing when you hit nothing? Like as another class maybe? Oh yeah, if you accidentally drag stuff off, that can definitely be annoying if you don't notice it, especially. I don't know what his corruption does, but might as well remove it. Don't know what that little ghosty thing was, but he just disappeared. Yeah, no gear. I didn't expect to get any gear from running all these at level 75, but I feel like Wildwood, the Wildwood instances, which aren't even in Wildwood, but the instances that came with Update 29 Wildwood, they were a lot better with how they were implemented, with actually having loot for levels other than what they started at. Which would be... I guess they started at like 20 and 45, but these ones don't seem to have loot below level 105, and I don't even know above level 105 if you get level 105 loot. I just don't remember exactly. The only one I've run at level 130, I did run the Silent Street once but didn't pay attention to loot. I ran Throne of the Dread Terror, the first boss with that Ruckoth Ocelot. Looks like we're getting more stuff and more level. Probably shouldn't have my eye in the first place because now it's bothering me. Nope, it's like my default setting to skip that stuff and just press escape. Oh, now was the time to actually do that. The one we just did. That's okay. Looks like both of them are to the southwest. This guy, that takes me to the Field of Onslaught. How do I travel there? Oh, this one. The Ruin of Pelennor. Bet you here.
We meet once again. Some of the orcs lie in wait.
Oh, the sky is actually blue, so not only is it clearing, it's actually blue now. That is weird. It is nice to actually be in a Gondor with blue skies, even if it's still a little bit icky over there. The orc is truly slain. Oh, that is good. I don't know if it's worth the time to check on one orc. There are plenty of orcs here, and plenty of other orcs that you could kill. And it seems like I'm doing all this examining of an orc. I don't know why I don't just stab it with my spear anyway. Are there still more slain orcs? I guess there actually are. I'm guessing Radonir. Oh, there's a lot of slain orcs that I have to do. That one wasn't feigning death, but we can just run away anyway. We don't have to do all the other ones. Quests like this are a little bit silly. I'll just let that ambushing orc stay ambushing. I don't seem to care.
Easy, Corley. Let the man have some room.
Continue, 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 continue. How many times can I click continue? Okay, Pelennor, Helm of Wrath. I wonder what this all looks like. I've gotten a few of these Pelennor Wrath pieces. Or just one of them, maybe. Okay, let's make sure the other quest I have to do is way south, so we'll wait on Wrath and Ruin, I think.
Before it is too late.
If there's a loud buzzing noise, I might actually play back the stream. Actually sounds kind of loud to me. So I know there's an issue with my microphone buzzing right now, and there's not much I can do to fix it, but I can try. At the very least, I have another wire here, which has the same issue, so it's more of an issue with the microphone, I think. I think this wire actually doesn't work basically at all with it, but I might try just replugging it real quick. Yeah, it looks the same on OBS. Unfortunately, I think it's just an issue with my microphone. And about the fists, it sounds like for the brawler. That's good that you don't notice it, Jigsaw. It's just something I'm concerned about with the microphone. It is basically constantly buzzing. It's a little bit quiet, probably about 12 or so decibels quieter than I am, which I don't know if that means anything to anybody. It doesn't even mean that much to me. What am I doing? Finding Goladir. I recognize the name Goladir. Oh, because it's that guy. That's probably why. Found them. There's just an invisible wall. There is mini Rakothos. Through Grath.
Run away, you little man.
I will not run from the light.
There I am, just standing. Sometimes you can jump around and do stuff and things like this, but I could not. Seems like they have pretty high resolution textures for that guy. Look, there's surprisingly a lot of detail, I feel like, in his skin. I don't think that's armor.
But I will be satisfied to
Until you get up close, guess notice the blurriness. And that guy's mouth is not moving. Guladiers. Wow. I'm honestly surprised they have such fancy animations in this game. Even for something way back when this was released. Oh. I feel like that shouldn't have been funny, but it kind of was. Poor fool, that is how I feel about it.
Foolish? I do not think so. My old friend, I was tormented by Warden for years. At last I will escape him and go beyond his reach.
That troll, he actually had a lot of health. That must have been a strong stab by... Alright, F10. There we go. Only way I could target him was with F10 right there. Got that. Final Vengeance. I wonder how we're doing with the book quests in general. It seems like we're probably getting close to done with book 6, but I don't know how many chapters there are. Wow. Okay, I think it's the same level of clearness every time. It's just so nice to have Gondor under clear blue skies. To be more specific, blue skies that can be cloudy, but still clear feeling. So here is, it has 2 essence slots. Probably still going to be better than what I have if we get level 105 essences. Which, by the way, I think it is time to sell, which means I have to actually figure out what I want to lock. Yeah, I want to do all the new gear pieces. This stuff can save the wax. All that stuff I don't care about.
It is time.
What did I get? Probably level 100 essences. So nice of this to give me level 105 loot and then give me level 100 essences. And Shiniro, I honestly don't know if that guy died or not. That is actually a good point. It seemed like he was going to, but then it kind of ended. Friends gathered to remember. Yeah, it looks like he did die. For some reason, the way things were transpiring, I thought he actually was not going to die, and it randomly got a little bit more war-torn. This looks like pre-battle afternoon. Like, things look a lot more grim. It does look like a field of red right now. Horn. Is this guy from Eastern Rohan, I want to say, maybe? It's good for him if he was in West Rohan. It's good that I don't remember him there. Coroner, he is from Isengard, I think. Not from Isengard, but from the Rise of Isengard. Here he is, from that expansion. I have to, when we go through that on the Lore Master, that'll be interesting. That is Game. Why do these guys have such... This voice doesn't sound as screechy. It just sounds generally more evil, I guess. Considering he only has 56,800 morale, it's probably not the best idea to adjust somebody's power by their morale, but based on him only having that much morale, I feel like it would definitely be easy to resist his evil. I really don't understand why I can't just go like throwing javelins at him right now. There's a ring on the minimap like right here. Oh, did he actually die? He has been defeated, okay. I'm confused by those events. Here he is, he actually did make it. I am glad. I was worried that we actually wouldn't see Gothmog, and I put him in the thumbnail for no reason, but he's actually here.
These are my friends.
There we go. I am just an orc.
We have come by dangerous roads to put an end to you and your evil.
We usually see events from the, in this place, the Gondorian side, the good side. But this is what it would look like if you were evil, just sitting here waiting for Gothmog to do his stuff, his speech. And wonder why, like when I'm on the other side, I'm always wondering why I can't just kill these orcs in Gothmog. Now we're wondering why we can't just attack them and get it done and over with from this side. In Barons, I am on the Anor server right now, where this content just came out earlier this month. Thinking sometime, when did this even come out? Was it last week? This has been such a long, early start to this week. And with the weekend doing so many deed days, that I actually forget when this update came out, but I think it was last Monday, like 9 days ago or so.
How can it be? How did he muster the strength to come forth?
Look at this basic archer. He just looks like, I don't know, the most standard archer possible.
Servant of Sauron.
Like it looks like he belongs in Goblin Town or Moria or something,
There is no future for you.
and should be level 50 instead.
You know my name, and the name
Got
of
dark.
my mighty ancestor.
Starting to look like Minas Morgul outside.
Do I know yours?
Minas, I think the actual name of it is Minas Ithil,
And Mordori,
like just based on the map.
I have
No, it's actually called Minas Morgul. Anyway, sorry for the distraction. We can actually watch the events transpire.
Sauron will fall, and Mordor will perish, and you will know
Oh no.
the darkness of true
Guess us orcs are getting scared away.
of a new age is upon us. Be gone,
Oh, they actually let me run kind of far away.
such as you. Be gone.
Halbarad, Cornir, Calmglad, Aragorn. Gothmog really doesn't have that much health. I don't understand what the issue is with defeating him in Throne of the Dread Terror, but he only has 500 something thousand health, which is just a little bit more than like the Mumakil and other things that we have done today. I always feel like for things like this, they should just bump up the morale way more than they do. Just so, I always feel like that whenever we run into these NPCs, these evil NPCs, they give them such little morale that it's like something that would be an easy amount to solo, basically. And yes, Jigsaw, I do also play on Arkenstone. I've repeated this so much lately, not in a bad way, but that I just have not played there in a long while. It seems like almost every time somebody asks my server, I do say that. So I try not to actually say that every time, but yeah, so we got another Far Anorian Essence box, yay. And it looks like you could start Book 7, Chapter 1 if you wanted. This is Threshold of the City, after the battle.
The battle is all
And at arms, that is a... There must be a captain here. That guy's a captain. Anyway, talk to the NPC.
The battle is all but
Talk to Aragorn. Is that Legolas? Yep. Okay, I always forget which is which. I feel like Eladon would make more sense to be on the left to me, but I'm thinking that is Elro here. I think there is a way to do commands and things like that, Jigsaw. I haven't looked into it too much, but if you all want to vote, which one do you think is Elro here and which one do you think is Eladon? Elro here, I'm thinking is left, but it makes more sense if Eladon is the one on the left to me. But I think it will actually be Elro here. And in the meantime, I will turn in some quests. Wrath and Ruin, I have to talk to him on the hill across the river. That's still... Yeah, Wrath and Ruin is still way down to the southwest.
This is a hard day.
Alright, so we have one vote from Jigsaw that they think Eladon is on the left.
Have you seen
I hope that's the case. The one on the left looks more like Eladon, and the one on the right looks more like Elrohir. The outfits, I mean. But that might not be the case. I think this one here is Gimli.
We have pushed them back for now.
I think Gothmog.
So I still have Book 6, Chapter 9. Yeah, I still have Book 7. Or I've already started Book 7. Anorian After Battle. Got that. So are we in After Battle Minas Tirith? No, we're still on the battle, okay. Does that take me... So that's to Minas Tirith. After battle, that is to Minas Tirith. Before the battle... The question is, can I go do Wrath and Ruin Chapter 5 right now? Or not? Oh yeah, since nobody else voted, and congrats on level 73, let's see who they are. My guess again is Elrohir on left, but I really hope it's Eladon on left. And it is Elrohir on left. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but the names of the two NPCs make me feel like this should be Eladon colors and that should be Elrohir colors. But I remember having the same thought earlier, and that they're wearing like the opposite of the clothes they should. Okay, so we have a couple things for after battle. And then we have actually 3 things for after battle, but we have one thing in the battle, but I don't know exactly where to go to get there. Let's do floating names on, see if there's any horse I can talk to that will swift travel me around. Maybe I can go over here. There's probably an invisible wall. Yeah. Just wanted to confirm. That was creepy with my character's eyes. Oh, so you actually just talked to Elrohir? Here's the Field of Onslaught. There's Pelennor Rewards. Okay, too many floating names. Pelennor Warriors, Pelennor Scouts, Pelennor Sages, Pelennor Rewards. Pelennor Rewards is going to be the Ancient Ithil coins. Get your Starlit Crystals and Scrolls of Empowerment here. And I guess Box of Pristine Jewelry. This is, okay, that's a drop. And then you use Ancient Ithil coins and you can get better stuff. I'll probably save all my Ancient Ithil coins, even with the level 105 armor potentials from this. I would save all my Ancient Ithil coins for LI boost. This is armor, I guess. So the way I remember this working is you'd get these pieces. So like, in one of the instances, usually Throne of the Chair I think would be the best bet at this, but maybe some of the tier 2 instances you could get these. But then depending on your class or whatever you are, that is where you could go and barter. So it's not like specifically level 105 Warden gloves will drop. It is the token to barter for whichever your class is. So it's a kind of neat system. I think it works out fairly well overall. But yeah, that is, as far as I remember, the general way of the loot in some tier 2. I don't know if it was all, maybe it was all Throne of the Dread Tier, and this is only Throne stuff from the Pelennor Warriors gear. Or I guess all these gear vendors. I wonder what the Warden one looks like. Little jewelry. There's basically everything here. I actually remember these kind of, we need, not sages, but scouts. But the main gear that I'd probably be wanting is flower picking gear, if anything. So instead of go with, I don't know what the yellow set looks like. Seize the moment, proc chance plus 20%. That sounds nice. So that's the greater one. Yeah, the greater set I think is a lot better with the Seize the Moment proc chance. And then the red one, there is bleed damage, that's definitely nice. And bleed damage and damage over time pulses, that's probably nicer than Seize the Moment, maybe. Damage over time pulse is a really nice thing if you can get it. But anyway, I doubt I'm getting this. I'm probably going to be getting the flower picking gear for this character, maybe, depending how much I actually do to gear up. Anyway, Jigsaw, you said that you were running Tal Methadrus. I remember Storm on Methadrus and all that, but if you're level 73, I'm guessing you are in... Where did that go? Dunland, Galtrav, zoom out, Tal Methadress. Here it is, which is where the Stormal Methadress skirmishes, I think. So you're up in that area in Dunland, which I really like Dunland, I think. That's, I've talked about it, I think, a couple times now. I'm really excited to go there on my Lore Master and redo it. For some reason, I forget how that name ends. But, there we go. Okay, so I need to go to the Fields of Onslaught. Let's start going somewhere. So you finally got a suitable replacement for your petrified goat droppings, not just goat droppings from Moria, but petrified goat droppings. We need to go to, wow, there's so many places. Ruin of Pelduvan, I think. And then I should be able to go this way, hopefully. Otherwise, I honestly have no idea how to do Wrath and Ruin if I can't actually go outside of this. Like, do I have to actually do the instance? Was that something I just missed in the instance that I have to do? That probably is. We can do that later. I don't want to do that right now. Let's go to after battle Minas Tirith. Let's just let this great battle be over. Which, by the way, I titled this stream The Battle of Pelennor Fields Begins. I did not think I would get through the whole thing today. Which, besides that one minor blimp, I did. After battle, we don't want to go to before battle. As much as I actually prefer Minas Tirith and the looks of it, there's some rough stuff going on in the after battle Minas Tirith, of course. I much prefer the blue skies. Alright, it ain't even cloudy right now. There's some tall, not tall, but high up cirrus-like clouds. Alright, I need to go somewhere. Probably on top of Minas Tirith for my quest, but we will see. To finish the Minas Tirith, the rep person is way up there. Hopefully, yeah, there's also one down here. New quests after the battle, introduction, Honorian after battle, routing the lurkers. So these are all quests I ideally would like to do, but I'm not entirely sure that this is the first thing we will be doing in after battle. In the after battle era, but it is something, there's a lot of repeatable quests here. Maybe this is where everybody gets their Scrolls of Empowerment daily things. The Minas Tirith barters for Scrolls of Empowerment. Maybe this is where they all get their dailies, but this is after battle Honorian. I don't know if it's just called like Pelennor. It's not really called after battle Old Honorian. It's just Pelennor after battle. That's something I have to know for myself. And then you have Osgiliath, which is after battle Osgiliath as well. Becomes a little bit more friendly. Then you have North Ithilien, which you can see I'm right here. North Ithilien. I don't remember exactly where you can go with North Ithilien. I don't know if you can go way up there with the March of the Kings. Let's see. Here it is, March of the Kings. I don't know how far north you can go. Also, there's this odd tear in the map right here, like where it's split. Like, if this was pre-battle and this is the new after-battle map, there's like some little glitch right there looking thing. Oh yeah, and this is, yeah, with the... I just like the environment when Gondor is nice and blue skies. Basically, where you can actually see and don't have the Shadow of Mordor stuff. I think, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the technical name of what's going on pre-battle is Shadow of Mordor, which I believe is the name of another Lord of the Rings game that I'm not that familiar with, but anyway, it's just nice to have a Gondor that looks like this. Can see a lot more, and it's just much prettier in general. Like, I can appreciate the world building a lot more, what the actual landscape looks like, because I can see it better. And it's not, everything's also not tinted like this reddish yellow and dark. It's also just like generally bright. To me, going out to after battle Minas Tirith like this is almost, maybe even more so enjoyable than leaving Moria. after being stuck in that cave. It gives me the same feeling. I'm just happy to be out and just want to roam around. And that's how I feel after leaving Moria. And I think that's also one reason. It's something I can handle in short bursts is what I'm thinking. If I did a zone tier list, even, I know I just did that video, but if I did that again today, I would probably rank Central Gondor and all these stuff a little bit lower just because it's something that annoys me a little bit and not a place I want to go back to. I think even more so. For some reason, I really feel like it annoys me even more so. I don't know where I'm traveling, by the way. I honestly have no idea. Oh, here's this guy's still here. And there's some more blood splatter, though. I'm wrapping it in cloth. Oh, the head in cloth. Yeah, heavy cloth. No, I'm wrapping the whole thing. Oh, I'm burning it. Okay. Oh, green flames. That makes me think of Mirkwood.
Dead beast and its master are
But yeah, like right here, it's just a nicer background, I think.
If you would, accompany me to deliver this strange gift.
But I don't know, maybe the game is actually good in that way, that it makes the whole stuff going on in Gondor feel very oppressive, so I just appreciate even more actually finishing the Battle of Pelennor Fields, not the Battle 4. Remain alert. I have no idea what quest I'm doing, by the way. I was just like clicking NPCs and then I clicked to travel now, but we're doing something, Head of the Fallen. I don't know what this is for, it's just an after battle quest. So we have Minas Tirith after battle and Pelennor after battle. I'm guessing the deeds. That's something I don't really care about since I don't get trait points from it in this update, which I guess would be March of the King is where the deeds should start popping in as far as I know. I don't think Farinorian would be where this is, since this is not Farinorian.
I take
But I could be mistaken where it is. I think it's March of the Kings, but maybe not.
Pavilion if you are finished here.
Update, it's kind of weird. I don't remember exactly how things went, but update 19 was North Athelion. But it might have included all the after battle stuff. I don't remember. Okay, that one's ready to finish. Yeah, Host of the West, getting this Host of the West stuff, which is good.
we fought, we died on this field.
Continue. Okay, just continue. Eomer King.
It is good to
He's not just Eomer anymore, he is Eomer King.
counted. For that we cannot yet mourn.
Is he like the King of Rohan or something? I don't know. I feel like I feel like a noob right now, basically. I have no idea who Eomer. If that means king, like he's king of Gondor, which I did not think was the case. That's supposed to be Aragorn, I believe. I need to sell, that is what I'm wanting to do. I got a few essence boxes now, it looks like. Also got a box of 2 essences, ones I don't care about. Probably want to do Destroyed Model of Minas Tirith. It actually sounds like something I want to keep. Okay, King of Rohan. For some reason it's weird for me to think of a King of Rohan. It doesn't feel like a place that would have a king, oddly enough, but it makes sense. So after the death of Theoden, okay, that makes sense. I feel like if anybody knows Rohan, it would be you, Rohan B. I hate that I criticize Rohan so much in the game, but the quests there are what particularly bother me, and the amount of combat. So it looks like scrolls. Oh yeah, this is something I remember. You just deliver a bunch of the pieces and you get scrolls, but is there something better to barter for? And See, before actually getting these Scrolls of Empowerment, I would like to get the After Battle Osgiliath, the Hen of the Noon, all that stuff, all these musters, which I have to get Reputation. But that is all stuff I would like to get. Oh, Spooky Horn. I thought it was Giant Spooky Horn. I think I want the Spooky Horn emote as well. Cosmetics are permanent, but gear is not. Scrolls of Empowerment kind of are permanent in a way, though. Wow, there are a lot of musters. So there is Herondir. That is Herondir. I have to think where that is. Respected standing. Oh yeah, this is when Reputation got even more crazy. They had stuff after Camp of the Host, Herondir. So I think Herondir is, yeah, right here at the waist, and then Camp of the Host is down here. For some reason the waste map just looks weird, but I think it's because of the wasteland that is the landscape. It just makes it weird in the style of map. And it really shows how the landscape, the textures, I guess, just repeat themselves over and over and over again as things go across. It looks like a grid, basically, of that same pattern. And then there is the, somewhere out there is the, I think you can go to the one place, the, can't even think of what it is, but the Dead Marshes, I think is what I was thinking. If I click that one, yeah, the Dead Marshes, I think you can travel there from the waste, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, there are a bunch of muster skills, so I want a bunch of Host of the West reputation just so I get that. So number one priority right now is all these things. These are my number one priority. And using rep boost. I will also use rep boost for all the quests I do involving these folk.
The Pelennor Fields did not
I think that
swallow
would
the
be
fires of Rohan.
my best option. So if I complete a quest, go ahead. Jigsaw, I don't like mustard. So I probably would not like mustard skills, but I do like muster. And mustering around as a warden. Where are my rep boosts? I know I have tons of them, and I can get a lot more bartering. So for a faction that I really want the reputation and speed that up, I don't mind doing this, using these. I'll just use a good lump right there. Don't want to do that. Actually, it's probably not a bad thing for me to keep that quest, but I want to try to ignore it for now. There's Gandalf, Mithrandir, still called Mithrandir here. I guess all the Gondor people he's called just. Wow, lots of quests. I did not expect to get this many quests. Okay, we need to do something about my quest log. And by the way, this is probably something that...
Identify his sons.
Okay, something sounded weird. It sounded like a truck backing up, beeping noise. Maybe that was going on. Maybe it's just my ears. But I'm probably... Let's do this a little bit better. Oh no. Oh, I have to actually click a quest. Okay. Let's position that right there. Oh, I still have to click the quest, but still it's a little bit faster. We're going to cancel all these missions. But yeah, I should probably get wrapping up soon a little bit. Mustard skills. It could probably sometimes sound like I say mustard instead of muster, especially if I say mustard and don't really pronounce the D, that heavily don't have much emphasis on it, or start muster with a D word right after that, or mustard meaning past tense of muster, like I mustered to Galtrav, something like that.
Would you ask Dween here if he is willing to identify?
Which sounds like mustard, but it's mustard. There's a little bit of difference. Your hunter has catch-up skills. I'm guessing catch-up, like movement speed type stuff is what you're meaning, but yeah, catch-up as a sauce type thing, I prefer it over mustard, definitely. That was weird. That was a glitch with my eyes, actually. I was looking at the game, saw my Element Hound, and something out of the corner of my eyes looked like an Element Hound. But it was one of my cats just jumping down, I'm guessing off my bed in the other room. And the cat looks nothing like an Element Hound, but that was just a weird look for me. Okay, this guy has a quest. I need to accept his quest. I just need to not turn in these quests. Okay, I have tons of quests though. That is the good news. There are tons of quests out here. I'm hoping that the quests here are enjoyable. That's something I did. I did venture out and do a little bit, but I don't remember like all these quests. I think I mentioned this in my zone review tier list video, that this is one of the places that I've quested the least. And I also realized another thing about that video is I probably should have done after battle Minas Tirith, or Pelennor after battle, separate from Farinori. I think I lumped them together, which I don't know exactly why I did that. Also, a couple of people commented about Wildermore. It seems like a lot of people consider it separate from East Rohan, and I put it in the East Rohan region since that's where it is.
Battle is ending.
But I will say, Wildermore, my impressions of it and the little bit of it I have done, I prefer over most of East Rohan. I guess we can get started with the questing here. I wasn't really planning on it, but I am not ready to wrap up with the stream, even though there's plenty I could do before I actually go to bed. I, again, did not actually expect to get finished with the Battle of Pelennor Fields. It was surprisingly short, which is a good thing. So Wildermore, as far as quest packs go, it is separate. Yeah, that's probably one reason people expected it, I guess, to not be included in East Rohan. It would be almost like if I included Lothlorien and Moria or something like that. But I mainly included it in East Rohan because it's still in that region and just something I consider a part of East Rohan. Essentially a part of the Riders of Rohan expansion is kind of how I consider it. Even more so than like the Great River being a part of Rise of Isengard. Essentially, so if we go to Dunland, I essentially consider it like the Gap of Rohan, Dunland and Nan Kiranir as all being one zone called Dunland actually. Even though there's Dunland, which is a bunch of little basically mini zones. And then there's the Gap of Rohan. And then there's Nan Kiranir. But I had them all together. I almost consider Wildermore like the Gap of Rohan or Nan Kiranir in Dunland. Wildermore being in East Rohan, of course, is essentially the way. Same with like Fangorn Forest, it's part of West Rohan, I think, is how I was kind of lumping it in. But it could almost be considered a little bit separate, even though I don't think it actually was separate. As far as I know, it was not its own update or quest pack or anything. But since I've always gotten the expansions and had VIP, it's something I haven't paid too much attention to with those. Anyway, we can get going on a little bit. I feel like I should do the after battle Minas Tirith stuff, but I'm honestly not sure if I even want to do that. I don't know that that's something I want to do, at least not right now. I want to go exploring, not just running around doing nothing. I do want to go exploring, it might not look like it. So we got something done. Yay. I want to make my milestone here, that is actually what I want to do. Also notice the FPS improvements. Like I'm not down at like 30 FPS, I'm just about at 60 right now everywhere. Alright, where are we going? There's still something, the Aftermath of Victory is still over here, so let's complete a bunch of quests. Okay, we can ignore that. There is a book quest, there's also the Final Captain. Where is the book quest, first of all? That is back, okay. I feel like we should do the book quest, maybe not, but we can at least talk to them outside after Battle Minas Tirith. I just feel like I've had enough of Minas Tirith lately. And again, now that we have the after battle environment, it's something I want to be out in and exploring the fields and stuff. It's really something, I don't know why I didn't get this sense when the stuff actually came out. But I feel like that's the way it should be. When you get finished with the battle, you just want to go roam around. But I never really got that sense when this stuff came out. I feel like I've been way more immersed. Is probably, yeah, now I have to actually go east and talk to Aragorn. But I guess I've been way more immersed with this and streaming it that I've actually enjoyed it a lot more.
The battle is won.
Oof, oh yeah, this is flower picking stuff. I don't know if there are any flowers outside of North Ithilien. There might be some in the Waste. So, Jigsaw, sometimes there are huge sales, and by huge sales, I mean the Valors in particular. I remember recently, I think they were, I want to say 75% off. There was something crazy cheap compared to what they usually are, basically, and that's when I got those. But yeah, sometimes, wow, this armor, compared to the piece I have, it is crazy better. The scaling, I feel like it's a lot more noticeable 95 to 100. Rather, it's a lot more noticeable 100 to 105 than 95 to 100. But yeah, sometimes there are some pretty big sales in the LOTRO store, but sometimes, or most of the times, the sales are rather minor, like 20% off something. Like for Mithril coins, usually they'll be 20% off as the cheapest. Oh no, observe the Council of the Captains. So that guy is, I'm going to try to name where everybody is from-ish. So that guy's from Dol Amroth. I honestly have no idea where Legolas is from. These guys are like from Rivendell or something. He's from Evandem, I want to say. I don't know that he actually is. Aragorn is from Gondor. Mithrandir is from the Shire, maybe? Rohan? Elfhelm. Don't know where Elfhelm is, actually. In Minas Morgul, I just enjoy the questing there, actually. That is the main thing going on with it. Both the Mordor Besiege Zone and Imlad Morgul Zone, which I think I never actually referred to that zone as its proper name, which is Imlad Morgul. Yes, the Shire. Legolas, I was thinking Legolas would be from Mirkwood, but I wasn't 100% sure. Gandalf is from the start of time. That sounds like the Shire. I just remember him first appearing in the Shire. But yeah, I don't know where to call Gandalf from, since he's a little bit different, a different being. Halls of Iluvatar. All I know is that he's a Mire, and I'm not even 100% sure what a Mire is. Which is maybe the equivalent of an angel. He doesn't look much like an angel, but that is okay. I still don't know where Elfhelm is from. He looks a little bit funky. Maybe he's from the Great River? He's the main one I am confused on. And Gimli, I also don't know 100% where Gimli is. If he's Thorin's Hall, I would doubt he's from Erebor or Moria. I feel like Durin is more of a Moria dwarf. So, okay, he's Marshal the Mark from Rohan. That honestly doesn't help me too much. Basically anything about Rohan I don't really know based on the game. I don't know if he's in West Rohan or East Rohan. I feel like I would remember disliking him if he was in West Rohan, so maybe not. Wow, this is a long council of these captains. have no idea what they're talking about. This is why it's a really long story part here, but if they had it voice acted, I would be paying attention probably a little bit more, almost forced paying attention. It looks like he is standing, or not standing off, storming off. I don't know if he actually is, but that's the impression I was getting. So they didn't want Gandalf to use all the work against Sauron, and that is what I feel like. That's why he did not join me in that battle against the One Thing. I need some good Gandalf screenshots. Unfortunately, he has the text above his head right now. I don't think there's a way he can turn that off. But if I use him like in a thumbnail, but don't have his staff showing, then we could cut the text out. Usually I also like to get these NPCs or whatever when they're doing a little bit more interesting things than just standing there. Like if I had this guy as a thing, kind of like I have Gothmog in the stream's thumbnail, he would just be standing there and it'd be a little bit boring. I gotta have interesting things so people are interested in to click the video. I almost read Lone Lands, but I think his own lands is what that was. I don't even know what they're talking about. Stone of Orthanc Hornburg, about what they could have done better, maybe. I do not know. So Elfhelm is from Valdham and East Rohan. Let's see where East Rohan is. Not over there. Ravanian? East Rohan. This is Harwick. I actually remember a lot of the camps Valdham. I don't remember Valdham. Don't think that's Wildermore. I will say Nin Hithol is probably the place I did the least of. The East Wall. If I remember correctly, the East Wall might be my favorite part of East Rohan. It's not something I've done recently. Norcrofts? Where is Norcrofts? This one. Nope. Wrong one. He's down here. He's from this tiny camp right here. Okay. Well, that is good to know. Now I can place, again, Darvan there. He looks like he's from Evendom, at least. But otherwise, I think I have everybody located. No confirmation on Gimli that I have seen that he's actually from Thorin's Hall. Is he actually wearing an elf helmet? It's got a horse on it. That's a weird helmet. It's got a horse? It almost looks like a full horse. It has the horse's head and then the horse's hair and like tail looking thing. Oh, Darvan is from North Downs, not Evendom. It looks like he could be from North Downs as well. Anybody back here? Nope. This is like, I guess, supposed to be a little bit more of a privatized bedroom. And you can actually go outside. Oh, nobody's here. Oh, there's a horse. It's a little bit cloudy and gray out, actually. Still looks much better than pre-battle. This is a really long little story quest here. At least it's something I don't have to keep on clicking people. And if I actually was paying attention and could keep myself, what's the right word? Attention, something it could keep my attention, basically. If it was able to do that, I'd probably be able to enjoy the story parts a little bit more, but it's just kind of long for a quest. Something I would rather have an option of like reading or an option of skipping, basically. Either reading this and like a quest text thing in the quest log, or having an option to skip something like this. But it looks like we got finished, and yeah, it looks like the city must not be undefended is my key takeaway from that. So they want to leave some people defending the city, assuming that means Minas Tirith.
This is not the easy decision, but I think it is the right one.
And all these story texts, that's another point, Jigsaw. All of it is available online if you like. If you do decide to skip it on a character, if that were even an option, you could actually go back and, as you said, read it all like a book, rather than have to do it through the game in a slow process like that. At least to me, that is the way I feel about something like that. I would prefer the option to skip those things, even if it is interesting. I know a lot of people like it, that's why I'm very cautious to say it shouldn't like just not be there, but the option to skip it as an option, if I keep on repeating that word. So 0 soldiers pledged, find the herald northwest of Aragorn's pavilion, and then I have to get some soldiers to pledge to Aragorn. I think there are 8 books if I remember correctly for volume 4. Maybe, actually, I always forget, maybe there are 12. I know 8 and 12 is a big difference, but I'm thinking there are 12 books actually. Maybe not 8. But maybe there are 8. Either way, we have... He waits for my message. Okay. Let's just be all awkward and do it behind him. Morgul Raider and Morgul Archer. And I am in melee stance. Wow, this texture on the surface actually looks pretty nice. It reminds me of the old days of summer before the grass grew in my yard a long time ago, but that's what this landscape reminds me of. Where you'd have that cracked dirt being dry during summer. Here's a little bit more grass. $462 soldiers pledged? Oh, we were not getting these soldiers to pledge. We were talking to the heralds who are trying to get these soldiers to pledge. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense how we got 462 soldiers talking to that one guy. It's kind of odd. I talk about like that reminding me of hot summer days when it was in the low 70s today where I am, and it felt like a hot summer day in a way. It wasn't really, but I got too used to the cold winter weather where even 50 degrees was feeling relatively warm to me. Alright, there should be a herald somewhere. Langlass, is he a herald? Nope. Should be... there she is. $12.03, 1450 soldiers pledged. Wow. Oh no, we have to go inside Minas Tirith. Okay, we can temporarily go inside Minas Tirith, I suppose. Which, by the way, I wonder if I get... This is something I should be checking. Okay, yes, we are on March of the King. That's what I thought we would be on, but that is, for confirmation, what we are on. Herald, is this the Herald? Lamb Deer? Wow, somebody else is 105? I guess I have been slow. But somebody else in my kin, we have at least 2 people, maybe 3 people even, that are level 105 in my kin now. I am this character's level I don't care too much about, but I'm thinking the more we have with 105s, including myself, that just means the sooner we can run Throne of the Dread Terror. How many people are we going to get pledge? Hopefully at least 7,000. That would be nice. I don't know if there are that many people even. Yeah, I guess I got caught doing a Minas Tirith quest. There's more rubble back there. I might end up doing some Minas Tirith quests. Actually, as a random thing, after Battle Minas Tirith reminds me of the structure a little bit. I guess the rubble and a little bit of destruction of Minas Morgul, actually, going through that. But yeah, Minas Morgul, as a city, the quests in the city were way more fun than the quests in Minas Tirith, to me. Mainly because you're just killing evil there. I really like the different circles, the structure, like not just the zone of Minas Morgul, but the Minas Tirith city itself, Minas Morgul, rather, city itself. The circles there are fewer circles than Minas Tirith. But going through that and the quests and the structures there was really fun to me. Spent a lot of time on these circles, but it was fun time. More fun time than if I had that long spent in the regular Minas Tirith. $2,021. That number sounds familiar. Oh, looks like we have to talk to Aragorn. Maybe we only got 2021. Small footprints. That is on this level. I thought I would go ahead and just run down this whole way, see if there are any quest items for all these quests they have here. Oh, there's a Morgul lurker. Maybe there are enemies in this Minas Tirith too. There were a couple in the pre-battle, and of course in the sewers there were actually lots-ish. Defeat Morgul lurkers. Is that actually a thing? That is actually a thing, okay. I really should be on my war steed, but never know when I'll come across a quest item that will make me dismount anyway. I have floating names on and I keep on pressing delete trying to find stuff. Is that guy shoveling? He is shoveling. Don't know what he's shoveling and why he's shoveling whatever he's shoveling right here. That wouldn't seem to make much sense, but he doesn't seem to be doing all too much. So I'll just let him be. Warden of the Wells. Oh no. Not those Wardens again. As long as there is, again, actually one thing about after Battle Minas Tirith that makes me more so want to do the quest than before battle is the fact that I don't need to get trait points here. It makes me want to do the quest because I want to do the quest rather than just seeking the trait points, which is a big issue of West Rohan, Central Gondor, and Olden Orient. And then the book quests are things I don't mind doing, but they're more annoying, I guess, on alts just to get the trait points. I feel like whenever I quest in those areas that have trait points, as far as like zones go, I only want to be there for the trait points rather than want to be there because I enjoy the zone. And that's something that could have a lot of potential with this after battle stuff. I don't mind putting out these fires as much as I would like if it were something I felt like I needed to do just to get my trait points. It's also neat, I will say, to take a run through each of these circles maybe in the after battle, just see how things have changed. As long as the quests aren't too bad and don't run on too long. That's another issue that I felt with the pre-battle Minas Tirith is the quests ran on a little bit long in the city. Especially, I didn't even do the stroll with Virgil, but he is one of my top least favorite NPCs in the game at the moment. I should have, according to the map, a few quests in this little area up here that I am right now. I also feel like I should be getting more Morgul lurkers. There is one way up there. Don't know how I'm supposed to get to that, so we'll just ignore it for now. is nice to get combat as well in a place like this. Oh, more supplies back there. I actually need a lot of supplies, 10 of them it looks like. And these are all dailies, I think. That is one concern. These are the type of quests that I would not want to repeat, but doing them once, I believe, is okay. But something I won't try to spend all my time on. Just doing what I see. While doing the part for the book quest here and anything I see on the way back. Now I'm clearing rubble. Looks like there is a lot of rubble here. This quest, as far as dailies go, if I can actually get all 8 pieces of rubble right here, it could be relatively quick. This is sifting for survivors, so that would have some to the south. But yeah, I always hear people talk about these Minas Tirith dailies, which I'm guessing are the ones I am doing right now. But maybe they aren't actually the ones I'm doing right now. Either way, people talking about these, getting scrolls of empowerment from them. Maybe these ones are relatively short and I could actually see that. Oh, missed getting Surety of Death off, but it did not matter. Rubble. Wow, a bunch of people trying to clear this rubble. Oh, some supplies. That's why I need to have floating names on, so I could have actually seen that. To the Cape of Belphilus. Sounds weird, but that is what it's called. It is actually... Why do I always go to Mordor, by the way? I zoom out, and then it goes to Mordor. That feels like it should be a bug. That does not seem right that it would go to Mordor. I feel like I should zoom out, and then it should take me to this instead. Maybe it takes me to Mordor because... I don't know. But I would guess because if you went to Gondor, it has all the pre-battle stuff. It does have some of the post-battle stuff, though. I don't know, I feel like it shouldn't take me to Mordor, though. Zooming out one more level. But either way, we can clear some more rubble. Some lag now. I know I just clicked over to the Chrome tab real quick. Yeah, it seems better. Alright, a lot of my quests, it looks like I could go south and get some of them done. Here's a thing. There we go. Had to clear my throat. And here is all these rewards, guys. Again. There is featured challenge, featured instance. I wonder if featured challenge, I can actually get some of the stuff it looks like. I'm ready to get level 115 Light of Rendell gear. That is exciting, I guess. Or cosmetics. Wow, 5 crit defense. Let's see. I have to see what these shields look like. Nope. I would like this one if the horse were rotated so weird. If it was rotated in a more normal way, then I could want that. So you can also get a back one. I like back shields. They're a little bit interesting. But if the horse were rotated more like this when you actually wear the shield, it would be a lot better. Elk of Felgoth's Knight. If it were a Worsteed elk, maybe. But Warden gear. There's marked and diminished target debuff strength. That is actually the only thing, but this is what I could get. Looks like a lot of defensive stats. Is that really all it is? Tank gear for the Warden? It seems a little bit odd if it is, but maybe. Anyway, that's the feature challenge loot. I actually have not gotten long lost coins. That is weird. Maybe at 105 we can get these again. But this should have actually level 105 gear with it and like essence recipes and the such. So yeah, maybe that's something if we do featured instances on the server now at 105, we can get those. I have all these Morgul crests. And I believe for the gear barter or gearbox swaps, I will need actual gear pieces. If I can stop hiccuping and get continuing on. While I see a supply, I'll go ahead and get it. I don't know, I feel like I've completed a few of these quests now. I've completed a couple of them, it looks like. They will have Defenders Minas Tirith rep, which actually would be motivated to not turn these in, just because I'm using a rep boost and I don't want that to go to Defenders of Minas Tirith. But it's no problem that I get Defenders of Minas Tirith reputation. For Defenders of Minas Tirith, I still have... Oh, that actually goes beyond Kindred. I did not realize this was one that did go beyond Kindred. I was like, I thought I already got the Kindred, but it is one that actually does go beyond, and I don't know what the rewards are for going beyond Kindred. As far as I know, there is nothing interesting for going beyond. We could actually... Yeah, I really don't know if there's a point for going beyond Kindred. As long as you get LOTRO points, I guess, if there is a deed for it, then that would be okay. If it's like 25 LOTRO points for that. There's this random, it's a really random deed under race and social. Sifting for survivors, assisting the herbalist North Ithilien. Wrath and Ruin, Chapter 6. Sifting for survivors, that was... I remember that quest, but I don't remember what that involved. Far Enorian, roaming enemies. Okay, this is a few different things going on here. But anyway, that gives 3,000 Virtue XP. If it's something I actually will get done, maybe.
Is this your first time in Minas Tirith?
But yeah, for the rewards from these guys, I actually don't see anything. And as far as thinking Minas Tirith silver pieces, those cannot be used for Scrolls of Empowerment or anything. I think you might actually have to do the pre-battle dailies, and these don't actually help with that, is what it appears for me. But I also saw the battle decoration barters here, and this is something we probably won't be doing too many epic battles, and level 100 gear, of course, I don't want. So this is actually, can get some legendary items, things. I could get a lot of Scrolls of Empowerment or Starlit Crystals. I could get 6 Starlit Crystals. This is actually something more efficient to get Scrolls of Empowerment, I think. Probably don't want Essence Reclamation Scrolls. Actually, I have a few of those, and if I don't need them, would rather not get them. But this is something I do think I could get about 20 Scrolls of Empowerment, it looks like. Yeah, this guy doesn't have anything, so that is probably something I should do, and go ahead and do it so I don't forget. Go ahead and use that Virtue XP. I'd like to save it up for the next 20% boost, but I don't know what the next 20% boost will be, or even a 10% boost. But anyway, this should be enough, but I think it will say my inventory is full. So you actually have to have 2 free slots. Aha, that's the problem, it has show locked. There is Cloak of Guiding Direction, the new cloak I got. Not a big fan of the look of it. Well, we can go ahead and lock it, sell that, lock that, and barter for a bunch of these. Maybe barter for a bunch of them. While it's doing that, I do want to look in my vault, see if there's anything I can clean up. Slayer Deed Accelerator, I can take that out. Also, Relics Bundle, this is something I will want. I will definitely want to have that for 105. There is any Spearway. I know I use this for cosmetic, but I feel like it's something I could get rid of. Maybe not yet. Essence Reclamation, that's something I could put in. This is something I'd put in my wardrobe and probably destroy after that. I'll put it in my vault for now, as cosmetic, I guess. Is that sword? That sword actually looks interesting as well. And Chris, it is 4 a.m. for you. I can definitely see why you would be super tired, but thank you for joining the stream. I hope you have a good night as well. Alright, got my stuff. Got a bunch of scrolls of empowerment, which for this character is actually not that big of a deal too much. I'll get plenty of those, but the uncapped ones are ones I definitely want to save. Oh, I also have level 105 gear. I guess I can go ahead and take that out of my vault because I'm going to get level 105 soon enough that go ahead and take that. Collectors, okay, that's armor. Yeah, I think I could destroy this. These things I don't need. Essence Reclamation, I guess these are bound ones, that's why they're in a different slot. Okay, let's go to the vendor, unlock that. Okay, that's a couple of inventory slots freed. You know, this is probably not the most exciting stuff to be getting done, but it's good for this character. I feel like I've gotten a lot of things organized today, oddly enough. I'm kind of settling in. Call for soldiers. I guess that's something I might have to keep. Anyway, we can go ahead and turn in the next quest, and I probably should point out, I'm actually at this point I think getting close to being ready to wrap up with a stream. So I do want to talk about some future content coming up as I do maybe some random stuff out and about here. Maybe we can go up and get the shoe mug guy. I'll just track nearby quests in general, see what pops up.
Speak to my other commanders. Learn how large
But in the future, I probably will stream Friday. I don't expect much on Thursday
Rohan will not abandon.
to do anything actually on Thursday. And then Friday, by the afternoon, evening time, I should be able to come back and do a lot of the Pelennor Fields stuff, which I'll have to talk to a lot of people for this, but it's a book quest, so I'll go ahead and do the talking to. I doubt I need to talk to the quartermaster for that quest. Also, did I ever get task items? I don't think I did. I really need to do that, make sure I stay on top of the reputation, it seems like. Okay. But yeah, on Friday is when I plan to be back with another stream and can think maybe a little bit more about videos again after Friday. And that is all I have to update on the future, actually. I realize that is a short update. I was hoping I had more information, but that is all I have. I was hoping to have 1 or 2 more videos for this week, but never got around to finishing editing them. But that is okay.
I will be pleased to sound my horn on behalf.
Really excited to do these quests and see if I can enjoy them. And that is Eastern Gondor, I think I'm looking, or South, not East, yeah, Eastern Gondor, South Athelion. So Pettigrew, I have mentioned that. And what it is the microphone is a little bit going bad, maybe. I have tried multiple wires with it, and it still makes that buzzing noise, and it is just a feature of the microphone at this point. It's probably something I don't want to replace it since it's a relatively new microphone. I don't remember when I got this microphone, though. It's probably 2 years old-ish. Maybe a little bit over 2 years old. I don't know, but yeah, I like to have good equipment. I feel like the microphone's good, it's just making a buzzing noise, and sometimes I can have the wire go a very certain way and I've noticed it's cut the buzzing out, but something that when I go to edit videos I actually notice it. and I don't think it's a good thing, but a lot of people have said they don't notice it, so I will trust the viewers on that. Well, we're already on chapter 4. That's crazy. Loud departure. So I'm guessing Gothmog went through Osgiliath into Morgul, basically. The Morgul Vale, Imlad Morgul, whatever you want to call it. The zone seems to have so many different names, so many different things that people call it by. Kind of like epic battles and big battles. There's a little bit of a naming crisis. So it sounds like when you get a phone to a microphone. Does it sound that bad? Yeah, it's just a buzzing noise. It kind of sounds like, to me, like a speaker that has some sort of buzzing feedback type thing, which to me would point to the power source, but I've tried all the different USB ports on my desktop, and again, more than one wire, 2 wires to be exact. I might even have another. Probably gets quiet when I unmute myself. I feel like it'd be more noticeable. But yeah, that is something I will try to get fixed. And hope I don't need to get a new microphone, but I might need to get a new one. And if I did, I would probably take the opportunity to try to upgrade from what I have. Okay, so I feel like this is a good point to go ahead and wrap up this stream before I go out adventuring. That's something I was just like, I've just been so fascinated with walking around in the post-battle environment. But yeah, it's probably a good time to go ahead and wrap up the stream before we actually get adventuring out. Now, I will be back again Friday and doing probably this stuff. That is what I plan on right now for Friday. And as a little bit of a recap of what we did today, if I can find it on the map. Honestly, don't know how to get to this on the map. It would be in B, and it's not there, but we did the Battle of Pelennor Fields. It did not just begun, it also ended, because we went through the whole thing surprisingly fast to me. That was quite an enjoyable battle, and I feel very happy to be in the post-battle environment here. I almost feel like my outfit doesn't belong, but it also gives a nice contrast. Hopefully that's actually one issue. My Runekeeper, I like his outfit, but I associate it with too much with West Rohan. I hope I don't associate this Warden's outfit with pre-battle Minas Tirith, pre-battle Gondor. And hope I can still bear to use it and bear to play this character without like either having to get a drastic change in outfit or something. But yeah, that could actually be an issue. Anyway, as far as this stream goes, I hope you all did enjoy it. And if you did, please consider liking and subscribing for more, or becoming a channel member to support the content and potential microphone upgrades. And thanks for joining and chatting and watching, everyone.